You always cook up something satisfying, tasty, and usually pretty healthy for you.
Usually pretty healthy.
Yeah.
We're trying to like squeeze in some healthy options so that you still can enjoy, you know, the super high calorie, delicious.
It's a tough time of year.
Like
it's a tough time of year to keep
Christmas?
thin. Yes.
Do you want to share with what you're having for Christmas?
Me personally, well, you know, we kind of decided that we were going to go easy, and so nachos.
So jealous.
Yes.
Although my mom's in town, we're having gumbo from
one place. Oh,
which is,
I love gumbo.
you can't get better than Mom's Mississippi gumbo.
Your
so.
mom from the northern coast there, Gulf Coast, knows how to cook gumbo, I bet.
That's right.
All right, so what you doing?
The first segment I rolled out, which is the easiest recipe. My mom actually just turned me onto this. So it's flaxseed and chia ground powder. It's like a flour, right?
Okay.
So see how fine it is.
And this is at the grocery store, right?
This is it. This is the easiest thing because as you and I were talking about how expensive dehydrated crackers and the really,
yes, they are.
You know, they can get very costly, and a lot of them you
Very
can't just
fast.
bake in the oven. So this one we rolled out. We added some Parmesan cheese and some curry spices.
Ooh.
So I like to just break them up, but you can, you know, you can score them and square them up. So if you want to break up some of those and put those there, we're going to use those as a side for our main dish. So we're doing a healthy recipe today. This is a caramelized butternut squash. We have grapes that are roasting in the oven. Now the grapes I left naked. So they're just the grapes on the parchment paper, nothing else.
Nothing on them.
In the recipe, it does call to toss them in olive oil. But, you know, in an instant like this, where something you're going to be either reheating or eating it hot, eating it cold, a lot of times they dry out. It's better to add a little olive oil when you're eating it the second time if you're doing leftovers than to mix it all in now. A tablespoon of olive oil is 400 calories. So
sure is.
Save it for a glass of wine.
It's supposed to be good.
Right?
I agree.
Let's get our
It's supposed to be good
straight.
calories, but still, 400 calories is 400
That's a lot,
calories, right? Right.
So
these crackers are amazing.
Aren't they awesome? And especially if you like snacking. You know how everybody hangs out in the kitchen and they just stand there and, you know, eat cheese and crudité boards and all of that good stuff. So can you grab the grapes out of the oven? So here we have our butternut squash. I've scored it and we're going to put it in our big bowl that right now just has a little bit of quinoa. Are you familiar with quinoa?
Love quinoa.
So the awesome thing about quinoa is it's the only grain that is a complete protein in and of itself. You know how you hear like beans and rice makes a complete protein. Quinoa is one of the oldest grains. It's one of the best things to have ready to go in your fridge, just so that you can throw anything into it. So we always try to keep a little quinoa on cue in the fridge. So you can use this spoon.
There's different kinds of quinoa.
This is a
red and black.
This is all three. So this is red, black, and your traditional quinoa. If you want to scoop some grapes into this bowl, and we're going to dice up some fresh basil. Now the recipe in this also calls for feta cheese. I leave it out until the end. I feel like it holds up a little better in the fridge. And this is something that I like to have, you know, in the holiday time that you can grab, you know, a little bowl of it, bring it to work with you. There's so many parties and so many things going on. I don't want to feel bad about eating something when I'm out, you know?
Right.
So try to be a little healthy in the daytime.
Oh, that smells so good.
And
now just mix this up?
Yeah, just gently toss it. We might need to add a little more quinoa. Let's see. Actually, that looks pretty good like that. So the other thing is you got to keep it simple for the holidays. I am a big fan of like catering half the stuff and then making the stuff I enjoy doing. This beautiful poached salmon platter I picked up from Madison's. It comes exactly like this with the capers and the lemons and the kale and fresh dill. So that way,
so leave the complicated stuff to outside of the kitchen.
You guys always say Chef Nick. I'm not a chef. I play one on TV sometimes,
and
right?
make nachos at home.
I like to cook healthy food. Exactly.
This looks great. I can't wait to try this.
Yeah,
this
so
looks
let's
absolutely
plate up.
fantastic.
Let's put some of this
You
here.
do that while I remind folks that the recipe for this is going to be on our website, mysuncoast.com. We throw it on the cracker recipe as well.
I will.
All right, awesome. These are fantastic, and I can't wait to try this. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. And click on the dining button, and everything you need to know will be right there.
And then we'll have some beautiful salmon to add to the top.
That is really tasty.
Leave it to the pros. And then
We'll be right back. I got to eat. This is good. Nikki, thanks very much.
Anytime.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. This is really good.